Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here, coming at you with a test hand video today. This is me using my Cyber Dragon deck that I just posted, the just OTK Cyber Dragon Deck. Check that out if you haven't already. It's an awesome deck, I can tell you that from, I have like 6 replays here for you. I believe I've tested it at least 10 to 15 times and only lost 2 matches, or 2 games I guess. But yeah, it's really good. It OTKs out of nowhere. You'll really see that on the very last replay. But this one, this first one is against 6 Samurais. I'll just kind of play it. He goes first because I believe I won the rock, paper, scissors, and so I had him go first. And so he pretty much makes a board of Shien and a Called by the Grave. So not and with this crazy hand, Power Bond and Overload Fusion, I was feeling pretty good about this one. And then draw a Cyber Dragon. So that was rough for him. Get our searches, and he negates that one, but it doesn't really matter. That's what's great about Cyber Emergency, because you'll activate it, and if they negate the activation, you can then discard a card. And so in this case it was hers, so I was hoping to get hers' effect, but then he activated Called by the Grave, so I didn't get hers' effect, but I still was able to get Cyber Emergency back to my hand. So that was nice. Going to Power Bond, Cyber Twin. With Power Bond, 5600 and attacks twice. So with this board, that's pretty much win right there. But then I also went in, I had Overload Fusion to go into Chimera Rampage, so I figured why not just show what this deck can do. But I just attacked 2 times with Cyber Twin and win that one. So that was the first game I played. Let's go to second one. This one was against a kind of like a Raid Raptor. It wanted to go into Ultimate Falcon, and then this Final Fortress Falcon, which is pretty good. It's unaffected by other cards' effects, and then it has a chance to OTK. You can just banish 1 Raid Raptor Xyz from the graveyard, and it can attack again once in a row, and it's 3800 attack. So it's a pretty good card. But obviously I have a Kaiju, so that card's pretty much gone right away. And then he's going to get it back though, because he has a Xyz Reborn. And here, kind of going into our standard Cyber Dragon core play, I go into Seeger, just because I want to get as much, you'll see why, get as much damage on board as I can. And here, since we have another Cyber Dragon, we have the ability to go into 2 Novas and an Infinity, so we have a nice negate there. We suck up the 1 monster to get rid of that one, the Jizukiru. And then we used Seeger's effect to double the attack of Nova. And then now we're attacking with Nova, and then we're going to use his effect to banish Seeger to then gain him another 2100 to easily get over him, do some damage. And then attack with Infinity. He has 2600, and we got a hard negate. He tries to get his Astral Force effect through. We negate that, and it's pretty much over because he doesn't really have anything. So that was that one. You don't always have to go into the fusions. This next one. So yeah, this one shows the reason why Machinas just have a terrible matchup against Cyber Dragons. He went first, and he kind of drew for going second, mostly because of the limiter removal. But he got his draw power. He has a trap, and that's kind of his board. So I'm just like, summon Cyber Dragon. He's going to special summon whatever he wants. And then I'm just going to, and then here, so I just went into him. I didn't even normal summon anything. I had the limiter removal, had a super poly. Obviously, I'm not going to use a super poly, or can't. But I have a 4000 attack, Chimera Fortress, and a limiter removal. So my idea is don't overextend, just attack with the fortress, and then if he doesn't respond with anything in the damage step, activate limiter removal and you win. So that's pretty much what I did, went for it, and it won. His back row, obviously I didn't know it at the time. He had limiter removal, which did nothing. His overdrive, which he had no machine monsters, unfortunately. And then the Called by the Grave. But yeah, so that's just kind of not overextending and just trying to get as much damage as you can. That's kind of what you do with a Cyber Dragon deck anyway. Here is another one. Oh, this one's not that great. It's against Fluffals. I had to go first, but I still was able to get some stuff on board and a set Super Poly, but this one's not too exciting, just because I apparently negated at the right time or negated the right card because, yeah, and I negate his Patchwork. And I just got Almirage off the board because I know his deck likes to OTK and I just didn't want to zero attack. And here, he goes into his Fright for a Tiger. I guess that's all he really could go into. And he's destroying a couple cards, but then he can't even get over my Infinity. So that's when he pretty much just ends the match. He just gives up there because it just wasn't going to be enough. And even, he obviously couldn't see my hand, but I had a Yugioh and a Cyber Dragon, so I was pretty much going to win the next turn. Let's see what this one is. Okay, this is against, I have no idea what this deck is. A Metaphys, I think. But just, one monster on the board against Cyber Dragons and no negates, you're pretty much going to win. And so I kind of screwed up here because I have a machine duplication and I had opened up a core, but then I summoned out the Veer, which makes all your Cyber Dragons gain 500 attack and defense, so then he's no longer 500. So then my plan here was go into Platinum Gadget and then summon out the Hers, so then I can use machine duplication, get a couple monsters. Made him level 5, make another Nova, Infinity for negates, sucking up that card, and then here we're able to just double his attack and then OTK. So with no negates, Cyber Dragons just are going to kill you. And this last one is really awesome. Let me swap this. Playing against Mermails. They go first and just see what they do. This is my hand. Not bad, not the greatest, but so they got their Deep Sea Diva, going to all their Dragoons, or they got everything, their Christian Needle Fiber, Shark and Totally Awesome, nice negate there, Mulan Glacia. So here, yeah, did you see what their Mulan Glacia just hit both of my monsters? Obviously I have the Cyber Emergency, but they hit the two monsters I had in hand, which kind of sucked, and then they go into Appaloosa. So, and then I draw a machine duplication. So they're going to obviously negate that Cyber Emergency. They didn't know I had another one. Get that, get Hers. And so my thinking here, obviously that I had no effects. That's why I didn't search core, because I'd rather get the search off of Hers when he's sent to the graveyard than just have a dead core, basically. So searching core, machine duplication, get out 2 Cybers. Use that Hers to get rid of the Appaloosa with Chimera Type Mega Fleet, which is reason alone to play Mega Fleet, because Appaloosa is going to be made in the extra monster zone, 90% of the time. So Took that. He's at 2400. I have that limiter removal. I'm going into Nova, getting Cyber Dragon, doubling his attack, then activating the limiter removal, doing all that damage, and it doubles the Mega Fleet's attack as well. And then just OTK just like that. So against a board like that, he got rid of my hand. You know, you're able to just OTK just out of nowhere. So fun. That's why I love limiter removal. But yeah, that's just some test hands for you guys, some replays with that Cyber Dragon deck. It's really fun. Try it out. If you haven't seen that video, check it out, and we'll catch you on the next one.